Gentlemen, this is Mantelligence. Today we're showing you 11 PUA tricks that actually work when done correctly. And because we don't want you to undo the techniques that really work, we're also letting you in on the one PUA tactic that is never worth taking the chance on. So, here are 11 PUA tricks that actually work, plus the one pickup strategy virtually guaranteed to make you regret your decision. Number 11. Reframing. When flirting with women, a lot of guys are thrown off by women who try to test them. What reframing does is provide a way to pivot out of a test and put the pressure on her to play nice with you. Here's an example. If a girl, or her friends, accuses you of hitting on her, instead of walking away red-handed, smile and respond with, "Should I be?" Done correctly, not only will you appear like the charming and confident guy that you are, but it also puts her in the hot seat and creates the fun, playful banter that's essential to flirting. Number 10. Kinoing. Think about this. If a guy goes for a kiss without any kind of touch beforehand, can we really expect that kiss to be anything but forced and weird? Probably not. In layman's terms, kinoing is really just touching, and the reason it works is that it's the only way to simultaneously do three absolutely critical parts of flirting: exhibit restraint, create trust, and show interest. The key to making it work, though, is what PUAs call escalation. Here's how you do it. Instead of rushing in, start slow and build up from light touches to more intimate ones. Begin with confident but unaggressive touches to the shoulder or upper arm. Eventually, and only after she's gotten used to you, try touching her hand or maybe her knee, paying extremely close attention to how she responds and ideally letting her take over. Work up to the point until the only thing left to do is go in for a kiss. Number 9. Remember the game. Undoubtedly, one of the main things the seduction community has right is simply remembering that getting a girl to flirt is kind of a game. The reason it helps is because instead of just getting frustrated, they remind themselves that there's always a path to making a girl interested. And the point of the game is to figure out what that path is. Number 8. DHV the Big 3. DHV, or demonstrating higher value, is the backbone to PUA strategy. But because different girls value different things in different guys, DHV is an unquestionably challenging target to hit. That being said, there are 3 primary value adds that girls tend to consistently gravitate to: health, wealth, and fun. If you want to demonstrate health, hygiene, fitness, and athleticism are proven physical markers women like to see. Similarly, if you want to show you've got some wealth, be generous without showing off. And if you want to demonstrate your fun, go out and have a good time. It'll be hard at first, but over time, you'll figure out which value works best for you. Number 7. Sarging. While we may not be able to get behind every PUA trick in the book, we can definitely agree that, when it comes to getting girls to like you, practice and experience make all the difference. Sarging, as it's known, is the process of going out in the field and putting the concepts to work. And whether you do it with a group or go solo, getting over the fear of rejection is only possible when you put yourself out there. Number 6. Prizing. Registering at about a 5 on the riskiness scale for most guys, prizing is definitely a PUA approach that pays dividends when you do it right. Prizing is the act of a guy making himself the prize to a girl, instead of the other way around. As much as a mindset as it is a strategy, making women see you as the goal is undeniably something worth pursuing. But how does it work? Well, if a girl asks if you're trying to pick her up, turn things around and playfully tell her you're still making up your mind. Just a quick break to remind you that at the end of this video, we're going to show you one PUA trick that is never going to be worth trying. So to make sure you don't try a tactic that's more likely to go up in flames than it is to work, stay tuned till the end of this video. Now let's jump back in with number 5. Number 5. Structured game. Just as it sounds, structured game is a strategy that works, but only in the beginning. Done correctly, however, it's the perfect way for a beginner to not only gain the confidence he needs, but also learn how to read women in a way that allows him to really talk to them. The best way to do it? Pre-plan a few icebreakers that you like, along with a few talking points, and build out to a more natural game from there. Number 4. Being present. Another tactic endorsed by PUAs that took us by surprise is a familiar concept that we've strongly encouraged for a while: being present. You see, the danger in memorizing a bunch of material in advance is that it opens you up to the risk of looking robotic and like you're cycling through a script when you're talking to a girl. Being present, however, means to fully experience the time you're sharing with the girl, which is exactly what makes women really have fun with you. Wondering how to do it? The easiest way to start is by actively listening, asking genuine questions, and not worrying about what you're going to say next. Number 3, non-reaction seeking. You gotta hand it to them. Successful PUAs are pros at not only brushing off a bad experience, but also learning from it and doing better next time. Because if there's one thing that most inexperienced guys do wrong, is that they care too much about what happens in an interaction. To PUAs, this is known as being non-reaction seeking. And while it's kind of a mouthful, it's ultimately what allows them to keep their cool when talking to women. Like others, this one ties into remembering that not only is flirting supposed to be fun, but also that there are plenty of other fish in the sea. Number 2, situational opener. Praised by some and criticized by others in the PUA community, situational openers are part of a school of thought that we can get behind. The reason why they work is because at their core, they build on the main ingredient that makes flirting really work: chemistry. A good situational opener depends on 2 things: your improv skills and what's going on around you. While those 2 things may not always align, you can always start talking to a girl about where you are in that moment, something funny happening in the room, or if she's tried anything on the menu. Number 1, authenticity. If you ask us, the ultimate goal for any guy should be to flirt with a girl as his real, true self. And apparently, the PUA community would agree, because even they acknowledge that when authenticity works, there's no pickup strategy that could ever beat it. Pretty much, it's the ace of spades when it comes to getting girls. Unfortunately, there is a caveat, and it's that not every guy's authentic self is something girls want. But that doesn't mean that mindsets, skills, or fashion are something that can't be improved. While we admit that there's merit to certain PUA tactics, there are some methods that even PUAs can't fully endorse, which include one strategy known as beast mode. Think of beast mode as the other kind of Kino, cool in name only. By anybody's measure, beast mode consists of desperately trying anything to get a woman's attention. By following whatever impulses are present at the time, beast mode is, in theory, a way to get quick, maximum exposure to a lot of women. Most of the time, it involves starting a conversation with a loud, lippy opener, or engaging in some extremely risky, unwanted touch. And while it's undoubtedly bold, there are other ways to talk to girls that will not only have a better success rate, but also don't have the potential to get you in trouble if you take them too far. Those are the 11 PUA tricks to get a girl to like you, and the number 1 worst way you can try to start a conversation with a girl. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to let us know and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to click and subscribe. And while you're here, why not check out these other awesome videos? Thanks so much for watching.